get a new intro. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Problematic. You know what? I am doing this one by myself tonight. Excuse the black sound. Sorry. No, yeah. I left work yesterday around like 2 o'clock and ended up going to the movies. Screen 7, of course. And listen, after the second viewing, I actually adored that movie so much. But like, I lost my phone. I lost my phone. Um, I lost my phone, so I was going through each row trying to find it, and I couldn't find it. I'm on the floor. I'm acting like I'm being chased. I'm like crawling down everything, fucking disgusting, sticky ass floors. And the one of the theater kids or whatever the the workers, they come and they're cleaning. I'm like, excuse me, sir, I lost my phone. He's like, where were you? I'm like, oh, I'm over here on the top row. And then he goes like, oh, well, you can't find your phone? I'm like, obviously, I'm asking you, like, I don't have no light. Can you like help me out with that? And he was just like, "Oh, you mean this phone?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" It was like, dude, it was right there. Like you can, yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit, my fault." But the thing is, though, like I ended up drinking two of the tall, Mike's Harder lemonade, and something a club thing, another tall one, pink lemonade, and yeah, I was tore the fuck up on a fucking Monday afternoon watching Scream 7. The same thing how I watched it last week. I watched it at on Thursday, drunk as fuck. But let's get into it. Like I said, guys, I'm just here by myself today. Sam is she's at work. She's taking well, I'm not really telling her about this episode because I'm like, you know what? Let me just record one because I've seen that I've never recorded anything by myself, and when I did try, the audio was fucked up, and I was just like doing so many um I hate a motherfucker. The same thing is I hate. Oh, sorry, I'm so sick by the way. The same thing I hate when people go on camera and they're like, oh, excuse the hair. The hair's messed up. Bitch, you look like that all the time. What are you talking about? You look like that all the time. I hate that when people start their videos like that. Like, oh, excuse the hair. The hair's a mess right now. Bitch, you look like that always. But anyways, that was just a little rap. Damn it. I don't even know. And I can't even say that. I'm so sick from Mardi Gras because it's been like 2 weeks already. Damn. I'm drinking coffee right now. But yeah, guys, I'm shooting this little episode by myself. Sam is at work, and yeah. So who am I? That's a good question. Who am I? Uh, you know, I used to like talking about myself, but I have other people do that for me. Like when say you're at work or a friend's friend or whatever, they'd be like, "Oh, who's that guy?" And they do the talking for you. There we go. There we go. And I don't even care if people say like, "Oh, Archie's this or Archie's that," good or bad. I don't give a fuck. You're talking about me, so hey, good or bad, I'm taking it. And if you're hearing rumors about me, well, most of them are true. So I'm not gonna clear. If I was like younger, I would have been like. I would have been like, okay, cool. Like, kind of like mad about it. But right now, I'm really not. All right. So, let me explain anything what I'm talking about. Like I said, my podcast doesn't have a theme. It just has talking about just random things and we just come on here and just talk shit. I do want to talk about like all the online discourse of fucking Scream 7, bro. Listen, you guys are maniacs. You guys are fucking chaotic. Like seriously, even like, all right, I was online before it came out, and then I was online after. Oh my god! Listen, I remember watching these movies. I remember watching these movies as a kid, the pay per view actually, and not even watching it on pay per view, but you know how back. I'm gonna get my age now. You know how back in the day you used to have pay per view, but it was all scribbles. Kind of like when you're watching like the Playboy channel, it was all scribbles, but you can see a little bit of tit. It was like that. It was like that. So I'm like, oh, I can hear the audio, but I can't see. It's all scribbles and blah blah blah. And then there's like maybe like 2 seconds of a minute that you can just see, what's going on. So I pretty much started like that. But then one of my friends' brother recorded for me because they had pay per view. So they recorded for me on a VHS tape. Oh, hold on, sorry, because people are saying that I don't enunciate the words VH a VH1. Shit, what the fuck is it called? VHS tape. VHS tape. Yeah, there we go. Um, I stopped saying that too. So that's how I saw it. And then I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the movie. I showed it to all my cousins. I showed it to like everybody, and since 1996, it was like one of like the best things I've ever seen because one of the first movies that I've seen growing up, and they got me into horror movies was Harry, Demons 2, and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And those are different genres that you can just, all that I named. Killer Clowns is like a slap comedy, comedy horror movie. Carrie is more dramatic of a thriller. And Demons 2 is just a fuck show chaoticness full of awesome things. It's not even a drama, but it was just like it's all horror movies. But yeah, those are like the first three I've seen. But also Halloween. Halloween I've seen many a times, because Blockbuster had it, and I remember just renting Halloween. But when it came from Scream, Scream was pay per view. That's how I saw it, and that's how I watched it, and I fell in love with it. Ghostface, Sidney Prescott, all that stuff, and it was so good. And then like the next year, 1997, Scream Two. Scream Two. I remember kind of I seen the previews, like getting so excited for it, and I didn't see it on pay per view, but I saw it like one of my friends rented it from Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, and that's how I watched it. And that's how I watched it, and yeah, I fell in love with those two. And then Scream Three came out in the movie theater. Scream Three was like the first movie I saw in the movie theater, and I fell in love with that one too. I saw that multiple times. And then Scream Four, I saw it. I only saw it once in the movie theater, actually, Loki. But I fell in love with it too. Um, and then Scream Five, we got it like 4 years ago. I was so excited about that. And then Scream Six came. Scream Six. And then the controversy that happened right after that. So, if you guys don't know, Melissa Melissa Barrera, she was fired for, not going against, like, free Palestine and all this stuff. And listen, my podcast is called Problematic, and I'm gonna say some shit. Um, and I'm gonna say some shit, and you guys are probably not gonna like it. But hey, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care about politics and all. I understand there's stuff's going around all over the world. I get it, but I don't care because there's more shit happening here. Here in the States. Like, we need to help each other here before we. And you know what? A hashtag, it's not gonna help anything, to be honest. And that's what I see people on Twitter, always hashtagging and like this, free Palestine and all that stuff, and calling everybody a Zionist, a Zionist, whatever you want to call it, like the Zionist. Um, that's pretty much the only thing. And you know what's crazy? It's the Gen Z era that the people who are calling people that, and it's just like and the Gen Z people who got to see Scream 5 and Scream 6, they pretty much think that that's Melissa and Jenna's movies. like you guys haven't seen the prior movies to that, you know. You haven't seen, from 96, 97, 2000, and 2011. You haven't seen those movies. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So anyways, whatever. Melissa got fired for standing up for Palestine and all that stuff, blah blah blah. And then the whole franchise became tainted because of that. Nev Campbell, she didn't like come back for six because it was a salary dispute. Like she said that, she was worth, more. And I agree. She is that franchise. She's fucking for City fucking Prescott. Are you fucking kidding me? Like she is the face of Scream. Besides Ghostface. I agree with that. But it's all these little fucking nerds online who always talk about, and it was crazy though, they were attacking Nev, making memes of Nev, saying this about Nev and calling her names. But once somebody does the same and does a little meme to Jenna and Melissa. Oh my god, it's like the world is over. It's like no, the motherfuckers. You gotta be order in order for you to dish it. You gotta take it as well. Okay, cool. Like you can't be talking shit and then boom, somebody comes at you with something and you're fucking crying. Like no, we don't do that, Snowflake. We don't do that. And seeing all the stuff online in the last few days, actually, it's fucking comical and it's fucking chaotic and it's kind of sad. Like I was labeled a racist. And listen, I don't want to do this, but it's too good. Um, I there was somebody that was going back and forth online who was calling me a racist. He was calling me a racist, and but, let's just go back to like the beginning. Not half of the world is online. Okay, not half of the world is online. Everyone has a life, and they do things, in real life. But the people who live online have nothing else to do than just talk shit. Which I get, hey, do your thing, makes you happy, go right ahead. But when somebody else attacks you, don't come crying, please. Oh, this fucking noise is killing me. So yeah, I was attacked online. I was attacked online by some guy named Peter who labeled me a racist because I was commenting and defending Scream 7. And he was saying like, damn, I'm like, damn, where the fuck are the damn tweets? I should have like screenshot them. That or he probably blocked me so I can't see shit anymore. Oh no, not that one. But anyways, until I find it. Oh, here we go. PETA McFly. Subtle. Um so let's see. It started off um all right. So he okay, this is not in order. This is one on one I'm just seeing. He's saying to me, sympathizing with the MAGA account making racial slurs towards Mexicans over a Scream movie is crazy. A crazy hit to die on, bro. The pick me behavior is rich coming from someone having a rainbow flag in their bio. Pick a struggle, mijo. Okay, so, and me being the non sensitive, I said, now you, look, now you looking at my profile. Yes, I am very pick me. Thank you, babes. Kiss. My response to that, just like that, is just like, I'm not going back and forth with you because I don't take this seriously. You guys are, just because somebody who is MAGA tweeted something about Scream and I agree with them. Do you see? This is exactly what happens. Somebody has a different opinion and then they label you as something else. And that's pretty much, it's been like that, like since, like the whole thing with my whole Bad Bunny video, and how I watched Real American halftime show instead of like the actual Super Bowl. You know they just assume things and they just want to go with their narrative. And and they just want to call you names and all that stuff. Um, but me being a non-sensitive person and not really giving a fuck, call me names, call me whatever you want, call me whatever, I don't care. But I'm just telling you that I don't do things how you do it. Like you want me to follow everyone while I'm doing my own thing. No, I've never been like that. I've never been like that. I'm not a follower. And sorry that I don't listen to certain music. That's one part. Sorry about that. Let me see. Yeah, because somebody tweeted a picture of it's Screen 5, obviously. And I should like actually post these. And let me screenshot these so they can see exactly what I'm talking about. So somebody did this. Somebody it's a Screen 5 still because you can see their outfits. It's Melissa crying on the floor and Nev laughing, throwing a middle finger at her. And then she says, "I win terrorist, bitch. Know your place. This is my franchise. Fuck Gaza." Okay. And then what I retweeted to that, I'm like, all y'all children. Like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. And then, let me see. Somebody, what's his name? Because I followed him because I thought he was saying something funny. Um, Camilla Paglia Stan? Provo Katov, whatever. Somebody said, in Scream 7, both Melissa and Jenna Ortega are missing. But how does the movie explain the character's absence? Which they don't. They just mentioned New York. They never said, they don't. And then he goes, oh, they were deported by ICE back to Mexico. Okay. That's a screenshot right there, too. And, that's what I said. I'm like, what the fuck? And then Peter, hi, how are you? He goes, who would have thought bootlicking a Scream movie would also bring out the racist sympathizer in you? Yikes, lol. And I wrote back, racist? No. Ignorant? Hell yeah. I'm ignorant as fuck. Okay. One thing about me, and you can talk to anyone who knows me, anyone. And it's not even because I'm trying to be of like a shock value or anything like that. Is that this is how I've always been. I've never cared about things like there's other things to worry about, and people are worrying about the wrong things, right? That's my take on stuff. And but yeah, I said no, I'm not racist. No, I'm not. I'm ignorant as fuck, and I will say some shit. I'm ignorant. That's one thing, and that's not gonna change, baby boy, at all. And let me see. I think that's it because then I think he deleted everything else. But then and then we get reporters who they were so excited to watch Scream 7, and then they're backing out. Like this one bitch named Perry. She was so Perry Nerf off or whatever. Like she was so excited, like, oh my god, this is my favorite franchise, I can't wait. And then she comes out with the video like a day later before the movie comes out, talking about I'm not gonna watch this movie because I don't support what happens. It's like, bitch, now you're doubling down. It's like now you're just following the pattern. And all the reviews that people are giving Scream 7 is pretty much like the reviews that because the whole thing with Melissa and like she got fired. No one those are not genuine reviews from people. It has like a score like a 43 or 40 or some shit, maybe 30 by now. But it has an audience in 77 in Rotten Tomatoes. But the reviews, who cares about the reviews? Because what happened is like your little protest with the 7 people you guys had at the premiere, the little protest and all that stuff, and you guys kept talking about Scream. You guys made it into the biggest opening for a Scream movie. What was it, 64 mil? And then worldwide was 97 million. Thank you guys. You guys did all that. The protest didn't work. It didn't. It didn't work. But you guys still talking about it, boycotting Scream. Look what happened. Nothing happened. You made it more successful. So thank you. Thank you. Please do that for Scream 8. Now, was it Scream 7 a good movie? When I went to see it on Thursday, I saw it in my favorite theater. and my favorite seat that I'm always sitting on, with a sold out. I've never seen it like that packed. Never seen it that packed. But I saw it with the whole audience. Yo, people cheered, people clapped, people were excited, people were screaming. They were so. It was one of the best experience watching a movie with an audience like that. It was just like I felt like at home. It was so nice, so refreshing. Just feeling the love in the room, and everyone just there for one reason, just to enjoy a movie. Because people keep forgetting that this is just a movie. But people want to keep crying and they want to say, oh, Melissa this, Jenna that, oh, Nev this. You guys, and not even only that, like even like the commentators on YouTube, like let's just say like I saw 3C Films, Chris, like fucking going ape shit on fucking Scream 7, talking about it's like the worst thing ever. It was like literally screaming, crashing out. I'm like, bro, first of all, like you, I don't think you're genuine when it comes to all these movies, anyways. And I used to follow him because I'm like, oh, like I follow him because of Child's Play. That's how he got his following because of Chucky, um, for the remake. But him going off on Scream 7 like that, it was just like very like performative and very like it wasn't it was just cringe and we're just like, all right, bro, it is just a fucking movie. It is just a movie. Like let's fucking not move on. It's you should not be fucking acting like that. Me being like I said, I was there at the core with Scream alive, a young age, trying to get my hands on everything. And mind you, parents were less strict back then. I was out on the street, and you know what's crazy? I used to sneak out of the house just to go to the video store. Go to the video store now. Were all those purchases like valid and real? No, because I stole half of my movies. Like, yes, I was out there committing crimes, but hey, they were good crimes. They were watching movies. And you know what? They taught me a valuable lesson. Don't fuck with us. And I got to be independent. I was never like codependent on anybody. Like if I wanted to go do something, I would go do it. I'm the same thing now. The same way now. If I want to go do something, I'm gonna go do it. I don't wait for anyone. But anyways, go back to this guy. Yeah, he was just going crazy. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, girl, please, are you serious? And then some other crash out guy, some other guy with glasses, like he was like, he'd rather see Venom, Morbius, and all that together, and will still we be better than Scream 7. I'm like, guys, you guys are fucking children. You guys are fucking weak. It is just a fucking movie. It is just a fucking movie. It is just a movie. But I get it. It's a valid crash out, I guess. Like I said, I love these films. And the same thing I would have said the same thing for I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2025. That movie fucked. And fucking Jen Robinson, the director of this movie, fucked up the whole franchise with this one movie. You see me crashing out? No, which is you saw me going to see it like 5 times. You saw me actually buying the Blu-ray. You saw me buying on Vudu. You saw me buying and just supporting the movie because that's what I do. Like regardless of how terrible the movies are, I'm still going to enjoy them. I'm gonna say my stuff. Like I said, is Scream 7 a good movie? It's not the best movie, but I don't think it was like the worst. The same thing I think about Scream 6. It's like 6 wanting to have that whole city New York feel, and it didn't. It didn't work. And some other stuff was just like it was just over the top. Because Scream 2022 trying to be like 1996, and then Scream 6 is trying to be like 1997 Scream 2. Like let's can we talk about that? And when Scream 7 comes, it was its own movie. It was life after everything that she's been through, Sidney Prescott, Sydney Evans, just trying to make a life and all that stuff. And then Ghostface comes. Now, did I wanted more chase scenes? Yes. Like honestly, like the whole scene with Hannah when she was, stuck on the little rope thingy, that could have been like an amazing chase scene if, they would have like allowed it to happen. And that would have been iconic, really. It could have been like another CC from Scream 2, but it didn't happen. The same thing with in the bar. It could have been like a good chase scene, but it didn't because you killed off like so many people at the same time, and it was just like, oh, come on. Um, the same thing with Tatum. When Tatum was running through the town, the empty town, like screaming for help. That could have been like I could have had like a higher voltage of a soundtrack, and then having her run and the two killers going at her. Like running towards her, and she's trying to get away. Something like that. Yeah, like it's flawed, but hey, I enjoyed it. You don't hear me over here like screaming and complaining about it. But that's just me, I guess. I'm different. But one thing too about this movie, we didn't get those crazy fans. Well, no, no, we did get those crazy fans. Well, the Melissa Barrera fans, but I'm talking about the fans, the chaotic fans, like from Scream 6, I think. I don't think they spelled Scream 2022, but I know they did for 26. I mean for Scream 6, sorry. The couple, the two guys who stopped production on Scream 6 and they got arrested. How stupid was that? Anyways, yeah, there was this couple. I'm always tweeting like every year when it comes to that. I'm like, oh, it's in the Scream movie. We just wait for them to come out of the woodwork. And surprisingly, they didn't do that this year. I was kind of shocked. Um, but let's see what happens with Scream 8. But yeah, but that couple was actually nuts. And they actually like followed the directors to a movie theater and they were sitting in the back and they were talking about like Spyglass loves Ghostface or some shit like that. So they were like literally stalking production. They were like fucking psychotic fans. I don't know what the fuck. And I remember tweeting that, and I see my Instagram, and they're like they're retweeting stuff and like bringing shit out of my past, and so stupid, pathetic. But yeah, they're gone. It didn't happen this year, but I don't know. That was just like a little rant, guys, for Scream 7. And I know this episode was supposed to be something about me and where I'm at or who I am or whatever. Throughout the episodes that I'm going to be having, you guys will see more of me. Hopefully more of me. Well, less of me because right now I'm very fat as fuck. But like, like more of me, less of me in July when we go to our visual podcast. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get going. And because I'm going to see Scream 7 again on IMAX. But thank you so much for tuning in into this little short episode of Problematic. Thank you for supporting my YouTube. Thank you for supporting my Apple Podcast. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm recording with Sam on Friday. So we'll be talking more of this and more stuff. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you then.